verb patterns, and the be patterns. Our analysis of sentence structure will be based on the assumption that there exist certain specific sentence patterns. The pattern of any given sentence will be said to derive from whatever its main verb is, i.e., each verb requires the sentence that it anchors to be in a specific pattern. There are a limited number of sentence patterns, and these patterns can be grouped into four main sentence pattern categories: be patterns, linking verb patterns, intransitive verb pattern, transitive verb patterns. The be patterns. Pattern 1. NP as subject, be as predicate verb, ADV/TP, adverbial of time or place. Stated plainly, sentences of this pattern feature a noun phrase subject, any form of the verb be functioning as a predicating verb, and an element that serves as an adverbial of time or place. Note, all the patterns and the accompanying codes/abbreviations used in describing them come directly from our textbook, Understanding English Grammar. As in our text, subj stands for the subject role, and pred VB means the verb in this pattern be, under which the code occurs, functions as a predicating verb. Examples. Words/phrases serving as the elements of this pattern are separated by a vertical red line. George is early. The books were in the library. Our team's games have been on Fridays. Here is a Reed-Kellogg diagram of George is early, showing how in sentences of this pattern the adverbial of time or place is placed below the verb as a modifier on a slanted line. The example sentence, "The books were in the library," features a prepositional phrase, also known as a PP. Prepositional phrases are headed by a preposition, i.e., a little word like in, at, or through, that governs a noun phrase. In Reed-Kellogg diagrams, a prepositional phrase is diagrammed as a unit in which the preposition is on a slanted line below the predicate part of the main line, and this slanted line connects to a line parallel to the main line on which is placed the head word of the noun phrase, and any modifiers of the head noun go below it on slanted lines. For example, following is a diagram of "the books were in the library," in which "in the library" is a prepositional phrase serving as an adverbial of place. Pattern 2. NP as subj, be as predicating verb, adj as subject complement. Examples. George is dorky. The teacher will be very annoyed. The art world has been in a tizzy. In Reed-Kellogg diagrams, complements go on the main line after the predicating verb and are separated from it by a slanted line. Here is the diagram of George is dorky, where the adjective dorky, functioning as a subject complement, i.e., it refers to the subject of the sentence George, comes after the verb is. When the subject complement is a prepositional phrase, as in the example, "the art world is in a tizzy," the prepositional phrase is put on top of a vertical line with a forked tail, I think the thing looks like a rocket, which connects to the main line and comes after a slanted line like any other complement. To illustrate, Here is the diagram of "the art world is in a tizzy," where "in a tizzy" is a prepositional phrase functioning as a subject complement. Pattern 3. NP subscript 1 as subject, be as predicating verb, NP subject 1 as subject complement. NP subscript 1 means that the noun phrase refers to the same entity as some other noun phrase in the same sentence, which is also designated NP subscript 1. Examples: Peter is the village idiot. That chick was a babe. Members of the gang had been fugitives. Compare Professor Mendez, NP subscript 1, is my math teacher, NP subscript 1. Professor Mendez, NP subject 1, subscript 1, killed my math teacher, NP subscript 2. i.e., in the second sentence, the noun phrases Professor Mendez and my math teacher cannot refer to the same person, these NPs therefore having different indexes. Noun phrase subject complements are diagrammed like other complements, namely after slanted lines on the main line after the verb. As an example, here is the diagram of Peter is an idiot.